Belize, and welcome back to the Weekly Download, where we unpack Belize, the headlines with a little bit of a wait. What is actually happening energy? This week, CARICOM is calling in the CCJ. Fresh Pond is still waiting on water. Belize's roads are giving a cause for concern, and we're asking if education is falling behind. Let the download commence. CARICOM is officially in its "we're taking this to HR" era. Trinidad and Tobago says the Secretary General's reappointment was giving, trust me, bro, instead of show me the receipts. So now the whole thing is headed to the Caribbean Court of Justice. Until the judges weigh in, everyone's pretending everything's fine, which is basically the diplomatic version of your parents saying, "We'll discuss this when we get home." Regional politics really is just student council with better suits and much higher stakes. Imagine you pay a tax, build a home, and still have to pray every time it rains because that's your water supply. Residents of Fresh Pond say that 9 years without running water, surviving on rain barrels, donations, and expensive deliveries. The wild part, they're apparently trapped in government limbo. Too rural for one agency, not rural enough for another. So congratulations. Please, you unlocked a new level of bureaucracy where your address determines whether you qualify for basic human needs. At this point, the only thing flowing consistently is the excuses. Belize is out here marketing itself as the ultimate tropical escape. Beaches, blue water, good vibes, but then the road they say, plot twist. Officials in our recent News 5 story say a country's image isn't just about crime stats. It's also about the number of people not making it home because of road accidents. So now there's a push for better traffic enforcement, certified helmets, and more training. Because nothing ruins a 5-star paradise review faster than someone saying, "The views were amazing, but the traffic made it give Mario Kart on the Rainbow Bridge." Remember when the biggest struggle at school that made it forget your homework on the table? Yeah. Apparently, we got something bigger to worry about. And let's just say thank goodness no more PSC. A new report highlighted by the Center of Education Policy Research at Harvard is sounding the alarm on what researchers call a generation-long decline in student achievement. The data shows that compared to a decade ago, reading scores dropped in 83% of U.S. school districts that were studied, while math scores declined in 70%. And this isn't just a pandemic hangover. The decline was already happening before COVID entered the chat. But the plot twist, the problem isn't stopping at primary and secondary schools. According to The Economist, some universities are now dealing with students arriving without the foundational skills needed for college-level work. At the University of California system, more than 1,800 math and science lecturers raised concerns about students struggling with basic concepts. At UC Berkeley, professors reported that 20 to 30% of students in early calculus courses showed severe preparation gaps, with some instructors having to reteach middle school math. And at the University of California, San Diego, the number of first-year students entering with math skills below high school level reportedly increased nearly 30 times in 5 years, with almost 1 in 8 students falling into that category. So what's happening? Is it smartphones, social media, teaching methods, education policy? The answer is probably a messy combination of all of the above. My hot take is that students are unfortunately negatively impacted by the tech revolution of today, and they will continue to face these challenges. This is unless we get stricter about its usage or figure out a way to leverage it so it reinforces critical thinking in a changing world. Because blaming students is the easy headline. But the bigger question is whether our education systems have kept up with a world that changed faster than the classroom did. For the full breakdown, check out why US test scores are in a generation long decline from the Center of Education Policy Research at Harvard and The Economist. Students are doing worse than you think. Both articles dive deeper into why students are struggling and what needs to change. The UN just looked at AI and basically said, y'all are moving a little too fast. Secretary General Antonio Guterres is warning that artificial intelligence is evolving quicker than governments can keep up, which is honestly like giving a toddler the keys to a Tesla and hoping for the best. He wants global rules to protect kids before AI starts raising them instead of their parents. Because at this rate, ChatGPT might know your childhood trauma before your therapist does. The future is here, and apparently it skipped the terms and conditions. And that's a wrap on this week's download. We covered Caribbean drama, community struggles, tech taking over, and classrooms trying to catch up with the future. There's a lot happening, and we'll keep breaking it down. Until next time, stay curious, stay informed, and maybe don't let the algorithm raise you. Download complete.